On the evening of August 2nd, Nancy Pelosi, Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives, arrived in Taipei. Pelosi is the first Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives to visit Taiwan in over 2 decades. Taiwan, which officially calls itself the Republic of China, ROC, has been self-ruled since the 1940s, but has never officially declared independence from Beijing. Upon her arrival, Pelosi issued a statement saying, "Our congressional delegation's visit to Taiwan honors America's unwavering commitment to supporting Taiwan's vibrant democracy." China's Ministry of Foreign Affairs issued a statement minutes after she landed that condemned her visit as a serious violation of the One China principle that maintains Taiwan is part of China. Previously, at a regular press conference, Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesman Zhao Lijian threatened with a stern statement, "If you play with fire, you will get burned." Pelosi visits Taiwan to meet with President Tsai Ing-wen and pro-democracy activists. The video shows Pelosi arriving at Taipei's Songshan Airport at 10:44 p.m. on a plane SPAR-19. She then made a statement saying, "America's solidarity with the 23 million people of Taiwan is more important today than ever, as the world faces a choice between autocracy and democracy." According to the Central News Agency, Taiwan President Tsai Ing-wen met with the delegation on the morning of August 3rd. An interactive media session was later held in the presidential auditorium, and a luncheon was hosted at the Taipei Hotel to exchange views on U.S.-Taiwan cooperation and mutual concerns. In the afternoon, Pelosi visited the Jingmei Human Rights Cultural Park to meet with Chinese democracy activists, Hong Kong residents in Taiwan, and human rights workers in Taiwan. Taiwan media United News said the outside world originally thought that the Pelosi visit would take place in a low-profile, whirlwind style, but unexpectedly the delegation's itinerary is full and is accepting public interviews with the media. China threatens Taiwan with military drills. American and Taiwanese militaries take full guard, as aircraft carriers and jets assume positions. During Pelosi's visit to Taiwan, the Chinese military made frequent surface moves. According to the Taiwan Air Force, a total of 21 communist planes intruded into Taiwan's Southwest Air Defense Identification Zone on August 2nd. The Taiwan Air Force dispatched air patrol forces to respond and broadcast to drive away the communist forces, and initiated anti-aircraft missile tracking and monitoring. A number of warships have stayed in the waters near the central line of the Taiwan Strait since August 1st. The Chinese government's Xinhua news agency has been authorized to issue a press release tonight. The military will conduct important military drills and organize live fire in the 6 four-point connected waters and airspaces around Taiwan from August 4th to 7th, Beijing time. The drill is seen as a blockade of Taiwan for 3 days. According to Japanese media NHK, Japan's Okinawa Defense Bureau announced at about 8 p.m. on August 2nd, 8 U.S. F-15s and 5 aerial tankers took off from the Kadena base one after another and flew to the south of Okinawa. It is most likely that they're going to carry out the Pelosi Special Aircraft Vigilance mission. CNN recently reported that the U.S. Department of Defense has maintained considerable military power in the region, especially the Navy. Pelosi's special plane took off from Malaysia's Subang Airport at 3:42 p.m. and the U.S. aircraft carrier, Reagan, was on standby near the Taiwan Strait. In addition, according to the Central News Agency, the Taiwan National Army troops at all levels strengthened their combat readiness from the morning of August 2nd to noon on the 4th. The military, in a rare move, dispatched 8 additional Mirage 2000 fighters to the Zhehong base at the east of Taiwan, bringing the total to 12. Zhao Lijian, "If she dares to go, let us wait and see." At a press conference on August 1st, a reporter asked if Pelosi visited Taiwan, how will China counteract? Zhao Lijian said that Pelosi's visit to Taiwan will seriously violate the One China principle, seriously undermining Sino-US relations, and will inevitably have a bad political impact. Zhao Lijian claimed that the Chinese side would stand by and that the military would not sit idly by and will take countermeasures to defend its sovereignty and territorial integrity. As for what measures, if she dares to go, then let's wait and see. Hu Xijin, a prominent Chinese commentator, former editor-in-chief of state tabloid Global Times, a major Communist Party foreign propaganda outlet, tweeted another intimidating threat. "Let her go to Taiwan," the tweet read. but pray before departure, wish herself a safe journey, and wish herself not be defined by history as a sinner who starts a spiral of escalation process, expanding military frictions to a large-scale war in the Taiwan Strait. Kirby, do what we can to protect Pelosi. In an interview with CNN, White House National Security Council Coordinator for Strategic Communications John Kirby said, "There's no reason for China to make that kind of statement. No reason to take any action, and it's not uncommon for congressional leaders to go to Taiwan. This is very consistent with our policy and with our support for Taiwan under the Taiwan Relations Act. As a nation, we should not be intimidated by that rhetoric or those possible actions. This is an important trip for the speaker, and we will do everything we can to support her. We will make sure of that." Experts say Xi Jinping is concerned about re-election. Pelosi's visit to Taiwan won't cause conflict. The South China Morning Post reported on August 2nd that Pelosi's visit to Taiwan comes at a politically sensitive time for Beijing, as Xi Jinping seeks a break from the norm for a third term in office against the backdrop of the zero-COVID policy that has devastated the economy and worsened relations with the West over support for Russia's invasion of Ukraine. According to political analysts familiar with Beijing's mentality, the top priority before the 20th Communist Party Congress is to avoid major changes in relations with the U.S. The U.S.-China relationship cannot deteriorate any further, and with the tone set by Pelosi's visit to Taiwan, Beijing is concerned about the rise in tension, especially if there is an unexpected conflict over her visit. Shi Yinhong, a professor of international politics at the Renmin University of China, said Beijing would not take measures that would lead to a military conflict. He said, "Despite the growing signs of discord, the bottom line of China's basic attitude toward the Taiwan issue is to strive for stability, and they are quite sure of each other's bottom line and are convinced to avoid military conflict unless it is absolutely necessary."